Alright, I know I'm super late to the Forever World trend, but after nearly 2 years of working on my previous world and not recording much of it, I want to try my hand at a more traditional Let's Play. You know the deal: chill, relaxing gameplay, at a slow progress, a little mining, and a whole lot of crafting, all while creating amazing detailed builds. So sit back and relax as we get started on this new adventure. Hey guys, I'm Broken Orbit. Here we are, starting off in a mountain meadow with not much other than dandelions. I selected this seed because right over here at the cliff edge is a large flat plains area next to an ocean, and I think it will be perfect for the medieval kingdom I'm planning. But first, we should head over to that village in the distance and see what I can take from it. At the village, I did all the first day essentials, like punching a tree, making a crafting table, and crafting some wooden tools, stealing the villagers' wheat supply to make bread, and borrowing this poor farmer's bed. Sorry, bud. Looks like you're sleeping on the floor. Before leaving, I stumbled upon some more wheat, some coal, and some iron. And believe it or not, that has brought us to the end of our first day inside this Minecraft Forever world. What I think we should do next is head back over to the mountain we spawned near and mine all the ores at the surface to get geared up before heading underground. After mining for a while, I was able to gather a couple stacks of iron and even more coal. But I got bored, so I set off for some exploration and stumbled upon a handful of villages. All of which, I gotta admit, were pretty lame, except for finding 2 saddles and finding this sick natural diving board. Back near home, I took the 2 saddles and started taming horses, looking for the one with the most health and was the fastest. This one was fast, but let's see if we can do better. This one was way too slow. This one wasn't any better. The white and gray one here was looking like a winner. And after a minute, it tamed, I threw the saddle on, and yeah, it was much faster. Much, much faster. But now we need a name for our horse. So if you want to be a small part of this world, drop your best name suggestions in the comments below. Alright, so I think I'm almost ready to start building, but before I do, I think I want to do a little more exploring. Oh, and this is a little hole I've made to live out of for a little while. But I'm going to take this boat, and I think I'm going to set off on the high seas and do a little exploring for some shipwrecks and maybe some buried treasure. So, let's get into it. Yo, Ocean Monument. So close to my base. Wow. Okay, let's steer clear of that. What is that? That's another ocean monument. Wow. That's oh, and another one. That is insane. Huh. But look. A ship. That's where we're going. There's a very high likelihood that I am going to drown here. But luckily, I brought a door. So, maybe not. We'll see. Ooh, look at me go, trying to put a door on a slab, thinking it's gonna work. Why isn't it placing? Such an idiot. Oh, cool. Some armor trims, lapis, emeralds, iron nuggets, and gold. Very cool. And I'll take the chest too. Let's check for the lower one. No way, some moss. Sweet. Gunpowder. Nice. Paper. Everything. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh. Okay. Whew. I continued boating around until I found another ship. Here we go, got another one. Oh, this one's pretty close to the surface too. Alright, let's see here. The first chest had more of the same. The second chest, however, had a buried treasure map. Some more paper and feathers. I'll take it all. Why not? So once I reached the treasure's location, I tried the pixel trick, and well, I failed, okay? Not once, but twice. So I'm gonna just skip to my third attempt so we can all pretend like I'm good at this game. Oh, let's go. First diamond. Some TNT. Nice. That. Ah. Nice. Another diamond. Yo, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then wasn't there one really far over there? That could be 5 monuments. And there is, in fact, 5 ocean monuments. So, I'm back on land now, ready to start my starter base. But in order to do that, I think the land needs to be much smoother than it is currently. Let me pop into FreeCam and show you. Yeah, it's pretty messy. And there's even spaces like right here that if I fall through, I'm surely gonna die. But this whole area is gonna take quite a while to smooth out. So instead, let's start right over here where my starter base is gonna be and just concentrate on that. And let's kick it off with the time lapse. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time to collect resources, and there's a lot of them. Over 7,000. Listen, it's not your average shack in the woods starter base. It's kind of a mansion. So let's jump straight back into the time lapse. So, I almost have everything collected now, but I've been ignoring two big ones, mushroom stem and bone block. I need 5 stacks of each. And in order to collect the stems, I either need a Silk Touch Librarian or a Lucky Enchantment Table. And for the bone blocks, well, the fastest way is going to be a skeleton farm. I just need to find one first. I spent a little while rolling trades, and surprisingly, Silk Touch only took a few minutes, so I figured I'd try for Fortune 3 while I was at it. Except, this villager didn't want to give it to me. I spent almost 20 minutes trying, but nope. In frustration, I decided to end the recording and got the trade almost immediately after.
I took the newly acquired enchanted books back home. crafted a couple pickaxes, and put the enchantments on them. After that, I headed underground to a diamond vein I uncovered while gathering resources. With all the resources finally in hand, there's only one thing left to do. Build it. So, with one last time lapse, let's go. Alright, there you have it. The starter base is done. And it's been a while since the end of that time lapse, because, well, I got sick. I'm sure you can still hear it in my voice. But I'm itching to get this video done. So, since then, I've been busy terraforming the area around the house and building a ton of custom trees, with plenty more to come. And adding decorative elements like this well that actually has a water source underneath of it. And this cart, which I think is pretty fun. And this sweetberry bush field with the new bushes added in. Alright, enough stalling. Let's start the tour. But before we go inside, let's start over here with the non-functioning smelter. It's not working at the moment because I still need a redstone lamp to go here, but I haven't been to the nether. And over here I have some cauldrons that will eventually catch lava, and some smokers and blast furnaces. Inside here, you walk into my storage room. Yeah. It's just now starting to be built out. Here's a little kitchen that has some more storage. Upstairs here, the first area you enter is a hallway of sorts that has my first iron armor set, some of my first tools, my first diamond, and the first armor that I crafted, which was the boots that I wore on the mountain to gather resources. There's a few spaces in here for some books, as well as over here. I have a grandfather clock. And through here is a den of sorts. Over here I'm going to keep all the mob heads that I collect. That's one of the resource packs or data packs that I have enabled. Over here will be a jukebox, but again, I haven't been to the nether, so this is where I'll keep all the record discs. And over here, I'll eventually keep a spare elytra and spare armor for whenever I die. I can grab it from right here. But yeah. Through this door, we have a banner making area. Haven't made any yet, but I will eventually. Up here is an attic area that will probably become overflow storage at some point. Through here is my maps. So that's where we are now. And through here, this is what we started as. And here's my bedroom. Admittedly, this was the last area that it designed and was pretty tired of doing interiors, so that's why it kind of looks boring. In here is a potions area. When I go to the nether, this will be filled with nether wart. Up these steps, we just have some more storage options. And up, oh, come on. It usually doesn't take this long. Up here is my enchanting table. And that's the starter house. Thank you so much for watching me start this new adventure. If you like what you've seen, consider subscribing for more. And don't forget to drop a like while you're at it. And comment your thoughts on this build below. I'm interested to know what you think. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye now.